Welcome back to the Central. We've got a massive transfer talking point swirling around Anfield, and it concerns a player who was supposed to be thriving away from the club, young midfielder Harvey Elliott. The question is simple, but the implications are huge. Will Liverpool recall him from his loan spell at Aston Villa in January? This loan move to Aston Villa was framed as a perfect opportunity, a progressive club under Unai Emery, and a reported clause to make the move permanent for £35 million if he hit 10 appearances. It was the next logical step. But here we are, barely past the halfway mark, and the whole arrangement seems to have hit a very serious roadblock. Analysts, the reality is stark. Harvey Elliott is simply not playing. He's reportedly stuck on just 5 appearances, and critically he hasn't featured in a meaningful way for well over a month. He's accumulated less than 200 minutes in a Villa shirt. For a player Liverpool sees as a long-term asset who needs consistent senior football, this stagnation is the worst-case scenario. It's counterproductive. So the loan is failing its primary objective. We are hearing reports that Elliott is understandably frustrated, and more importantly, that Liverpool are now monitoring the situation with increasing alarm. This isn't just about game time, is it? It's about a permanent transfer clause that Villa may now be rethinking. Analyst, exactly. The whispers coming out suggest Villa might be having second thoughts about triggering that £35 million obligation. Why pay that sum if he's not in Unai Emery's immediate or long-term plans? If that's the case and he's not playing, what's the point of him staying until the summer? The January window becomes the natural break point. Liverpool needs to protect his value and his development. Now let's explore the immediate consequences of a recall. If Liverpool does bring him back, he can't just be sent somewhere else. FIFA rules are clear. He's played for 2 clubs this season, Liverpool and Villa, so he's stuck at Anfield for the rest of the campaign. That's a crucial point. Analyst, it is, but that may not be all bad news. Think about the January schedule. It's notoriously congested, and there's the potential loss of players to the Africa Cup of Nations. Suddenly, Elliott's creative flair, even as a bench option, looks like a real asset to Arne Slot. He's a known quantity at the club, he knows the system, and he would provide a burst of energy and depth in the attacking midfield roles that could be absolutely vital. So he's a ready-made reinforcement, but there's also the bigger long-term picture. What does a failed loan and early return say about his future? Analyst, it's a setback, no doubt, but the club's priority has to be the player. An early recall would allow Slot and the coaching staff to get him back into their environment, reassess, and potentially integrate him back into the matchday squad, even if it's only for a handful of appearances. It's about damage limitation and ensuring his talent isn't wasted on the bench elsewhere. The alternative is him sitting idle until the summer. That helps no one. It's a compelling situation. A recall for Harvey Elliott is fast becoming the most logical, and frankly, the only sensible move for all parties. We'll be watching the developments closely as the January window approaches. Thanks for tuning in.